interconnected ocean, a vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth. And there's no better animal to represent the story of the ocean with all its splendor and uncertainty than the killer whale, or as it's scientifically known, the Orcinus orca. The orca lives in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the mighty Pacific and beyond. This whale's story is the ocean's story, and it is one we all share.
Welcome to SeaWorld's Orca Encounter. My name is Connor, and I'm honoring and introduce you to these intriguing and majestic animals. There's nothing like seeing a killer whale up close and learning about them and their natural behaviors. We hope that this Orca encounter will help you gain a greater appreciation for these incredible animals and all that they represent.
While they are found in every ocean, orcas living off the coast of Iceland are quite different than those near Costa Rica. In fact, there are at least 10 types, or ecotypes, of killer whales. An ecotype describes the differences between killer whales' size, physical form, prey, social structure, and habitat. As you can see, the differences are subtle, but noticeable when compared side by side. Orcas are adapted perfectly to their environments. And even the whale's black and white coloration has a purpose. It camouflages the outline of their bodies in the water, making it easier for them to surprise and catch their prey. When viewed from above, the black of the whale blends in with the dark depths of the ocean. When viewed from below, the orca's white bellies match the brighter surface of the water, blending with the light above, giving them the perfect camouflage.
Killer whales really are a natural wonder, and Nakai is going to help us show you some of their physical characteristics. The blowhole on top of their head is perfectly designed for getting a quick breath of air at the surface. Even the location of his eyes works to his advantage. It looks like it's in that white patch, but that's a visual distraction. It's actually located at the corners of their mouth, camouflage from flashing prey. The fin on their back is called a dorsal fin, and this helps keep the animals stable and also regulate their body temperature. Sometimes if a dorsal fin spends too much time at the surface, gravity can encourage it to one side. The flippers on either side of the killer whale's body, these are called pectoral flippers, and it helps him with steering and stopping. Inside the pectoral flippers are 5 bony digits, similar to the human hand. The lobes at the end of the killer whale's body are called tail flukes. This is the killer whale's engine, helping propel them up to speeds near 30 miles an hour, as fast as some of our speedboats. Now, killer whales use the most power and gain the most speed when they're propelling their nearly 10,000-pound bodies out of the water.
Killer whales are highly social animals with a well-defined social structure. An orca pod is always led by a female. Though just half the size of her male counterpart, she is in charge. It's all about attitude, not size. Because they live and work as a group, orcas need to communicate with sounds and body language. Orcas use clicks for echolocation or navigation. Whistles to socialize in the pod. And calls for group coordination and hunting.
We get some warning.
Vocal development studies here at SeaWorld show that early on, calves learn vocalization from their mothers. But as they grow, they learn from others close to them as well. This is a bottlenose dolphin call that Shouka learned and even taught other killer whales here at SeaWorld. In fact, orcas are the largest members of the dolphin family. Whales here and in the wild use vocalization to communicate all the time.
Like most animals, killer whales use body language as a form of communication. They'll use peck slaps to show their dominance or to get the attention of another animal. For example, a mother may use a peck slap to get her calf's attention. When they really want to be heard, they preach. Spy hopping is when killer whales coordinate and get a better view of their surroundings when they hunt. Tail slaps is another form of communication killer whales use in the wild. Killer whales are great communicators, so it's no surprise that they're at the top of the ocean's food chain.
Killer whales work together to rear their young protect their pod, and most importantly, pursue and catch their prey. Every day they cooperate to survive in the wild oceans of the world. The orca's hunting techniques are as varied as the whales themselves. Norwegian killer whales will circle herring, herding them together. The whales use sounds to coordinate with each other and to disorient the herring. With the fish confused and contained, the whales stun them with their powerful tail flukes, making for an easy meal.
In the southern hemisphere will actually capture sea lions by calling them right off the beach. Watch our whales demonstrate a similar movement right here in front of all of you. Whales in the Antarctic will actually create waves that wash over ice floes, knocking seals into the water. Orcas demonstrating one of these wave-making techniques, showcasing one of the many complex hunting strategies killer whales have developed around the world. Just crashing right here in front of you. But you really don't understand how powerful they are until you experience them firsthand. So luckily, we're going to have all of you guys experience the power of the killer whale's tail flukes by giving you a taste of what 55-degree saltwater feels like. All right, here it comes. Yourselves a round of applause. Now, because killer whales live in all oceans of the world, it's no surprise they prey on a variety of different species, including other whales. The blue whale on the screen is the largest animal on Earth. It's 5 times longer and 20 times heavier than any of our killer whales. So how is something the size of a killer whale prey on something the size of a blue whale? Well, it's possible because killer whales are the ultimate team players.
In this example, we see the larger male orcas surround a sperm whale, forming a perimeter, while the females continue to drive the whale forward until it reaches exhaustion. The calves then move in to join the adults in the group. Whatever their prey, killer whales always cooperate and hunt together, making them a highly successful predator.
Play is an important part of killer whale life. It's how they teach their young to hunt and practice their skills as they grow. In the wild, you'll often see killer whales showing off their playful side. We see it here at SeaWorld all the time. Porpoising is when their animal animal swims fast, breaking the surface briefly. Now you might see them doing this, trying to catch the ride on the wake of a boat, or surfing in a wave. Killer whales like to be touched and will often rub their bellies on rocks when they can. We see our animals doing similar rubbing behaviors just like whales in British Columbia. In the wild, you often see animals imitating in time. We see it here at SeaWorld all the time. The whales are constantly mimicking and learning from one another. Playful behavior does have a purpose. A tail whip is used in hunting to stun a fish. But today, our whales might once again be stunning some of you. We interact with our animals every day, which enables us to share trusted relationships, conduct research, and provide quality of life. The animals in our care are all conditioned to participate in their own health and well-being. If you look across the way, you'll see Keet and Makani doing a behavior which is known as a fluke present. This is where we're able to collect a blood sample. We get blood samples from our animals weekly or monthly to make sure that we're being proactive with their health. They'll even slide out onto a scale so we can track their weight. We weigh the whales weekly to make sure the adults are staying healthy and that our younger whales like Makani are growing properly. We can even get a breath sample from their blowhole. All of this is possible because of the relationships we've built day after day right here at SeaWorld. So now it's my opportunity to introduce you to a really special whale. I've mentioned his name a couple of times. This is Makani. Makani is 7 years old and he was born on Valentine's Day. Right now he's out here with Orkid and his brother Nakai. Makani is a very playful whale. He enjoys learning new behaviors and he really enjoys relationship sessions with his behaviors. Now we challenge the whales to engage and stimulate their minds. Diet, exercise, and of course playing with our whales helps keep them all in great shape.
The whales here at SeaWorld have helped killer whales in the wild by participating in many research studies. One ongoing study monitors the whale's heart rate and breathing to understand how marine noise pollution from ship engines and other sources affect wild populations. In another study, scientists from NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, took measurements of the killer whales living here, including pregnant whales. By comparing these measurements with drone footage of killer whales in the wild, scientists are able to monitor the wild population's nutritional and reproductive states. Other research has been done here at SeaWorld on the mother whale's milk composition. This research will help create an effective model to understand how toxins in the ocean impact wild killer whales and their milk supply. What we learn from the whales in our care every day is actively helping whales in the wild survive. And just by being here today, you've supported our rescue, research, and conservation efforts all around the world. If we work together, like the killer whale, we can protect the future of the Orcinus orca and this beautiful planet that we all share.
We hope you enjoyed Orca Encounter today, and if I could have everybody just remain